Morning guys, how's it going? So this is the first video of my journey into 8th edition of Warhammer 40k. I've been, as you know, deliberating for weeks over what to collect, so many different ideas, so many different possibilities, but at the end of the day it was my wife who finally turned around and said, I've had enough, stop talking about Space Marines, collect something different. She doesn't really know much about what's going on. She knows there's a new edition, and she basically was like, it seems logical that there's a new edition coming out, why not do something different? And like a bolt out of the blue, I was kind of struck down. I was kind of like, you know what, you are right, let's do something different. So I had a look online at all the different armies. There were some things I knew immediately I wasn't going to do. I wasn't going to do Tyranids again, because Tyranids, there's such a lack of personality within that species that I just cannot find the enjoyment there. The Tau were one that I was kind of thinking about, but I don't know, they seemed a bit too clean for me. I wanted a bit of grit. I knew I wasn't going to do the Eldar, I knew I wasn't going to do the Dark Eldar, even though I had toyed with those ideas in the past. Orcs were a big one, but didn't make the cut, unfortunately. And then really the only other options were Chaos, of course, and you know, sort of the other sort of imperial factions, and you know, other bits and pieces. And you know, again, I like the idea, but it just didn't hold up in the end. You know, it just I couldn't get like into them. And then of course, looking online at the Astra Militarum, I was like, well, maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was fortuitous, you know, that these two events coincided. But I was actually watching Band of Brothers at the same time, the HBO series from 8 years ago, and I thought, you know what would be really cool, doing normal human beings, people, the guys on the ground, the foot sloggers, you know, sort of the meat and potatoes of humanity's forces, which is the Astra Militarum, the Imperial Guard as I used to know them. And I liked the idea, and I looked at all the stuff online, on Games Workshop and Forge World for Astra Militarum, and I was just blown away by how much stuff there was. You know, there was literally, you know, like dozens of different kinds of tank. Infantry had a nice selection to it. All the heroes, HQ choices, there was a nice selection there. And flyers as well. So much stuff, and Forge World does a load of really great stuff as well for the Imperial Navy, who of course I can tie into this force as well, so there's a lot of potential there. So I went online, picked myself up the Astra Militarum Start Collecting box set. I also picked up the Cadian Armoured Fist box set, which is a Chimera and a squad, but that won't be here till the 12th, so sad face. So let's have a quick look at the box and what's inside, just to sort of get us on our way. So on the side we've got pictures of what you can expect to find in the box. Prefect Commissar, I know it says Prefectus, but Prefect. Cadian Shock Troops, Cadian Heavy Weapon Team, and a Leman Russ battle tank. And then on the other side, which is quite cool, is they kind of give you the actual build. There you go. Hey, camera adjusted. Whee! So there you go. Commissar, squad of guys, heavy weapons team, Leman Russ battle tank. Cool. What's on the back? Just more stuff. How to paint them up, etc. But that's empty because, as if by magic, I already have it here. So what's this? This is a leaflet. What's on it? Oh, it's cool. It's the Armoured Shield formation thing, because all these little starter box sets come with their own mini formation, but seeing as formations are dead and 8th is next week, we don't need that. What's in the box, I hear you ask in a Brad Pitt voice? Well, first and foremost, at the front here is the man himself, or a woman, if you want to, because I saw someone did an amazing conversion to turn their Prefectus Commissar into from a bloke to a lady, and that was cool. So, you know, and to be fair, I think that GW should, with the opportunities at the moment, with the ability to make heroes and stuff like that, Games Workshop should make more, you know, female characters. It just stands to reason. You know, if there's always that excuse about the actual guard kits. You know, they got to resculpt them and stuff like that to put in some women in there. Okay, fine, fair enough, whatever. It wouldn't kill you though to do a couple heroes though. An Inquisitor Grey Fox or Greyfax or Shadowfax or what? Shadowfax, that was Gandalf's horse. Whatever, from the Gathering Storm box. That was a good. There was the opportunity there to do a female character, and they did do a female character, and they should do more of them. If they're not prepared to do whole boxes. But that's just my opinion. Because to be fair, I just think that humanity, women and men, can join the Imperial Guard. So, why not do models of both? It'd be cool. Give a bit more diversity to the box sets. So there you go. Anyway, so there is the Prefectus Commissar. You can have an option of a plasma pistol or a bolt pistol. I want a plasma pistol because melting people's faces is cool. Very nice model, very nice sculpt, lots of there's a nice dynamic element I can already tell to the coat sort of swishing out. Bizarrely, the head is in two different pieces, hat here, face there. That looks like it may be a bit of a pain in the backside to do, but oh well, we shall strive to make it so, or whatever that sentence was trying to be. So here we go. This is the heavy weapons team, which looks very cool. Lots of stuff here. What have we got? Heavy bolter, rocket launcher, autocannon, las cannon, and the two bits that make the mortar, plus all of the gizmos and gafundos that are here. Tripod, gun shield, ammo things, rockets, mortar rounds, and power cables and batteries and all different things. And yes, how on earth they carry these things around, I have no idea. They are absolutely ridiculously big. This is in no way meant to be some sort of man-pack weapon. You cannot pack this weapon down. How are they carrying these things around? They look like they weigh a ton. At least the Death Corps of Krieg put wheels on their stuff so they can roll them around. The Acadians, bless them, they're just dragging these things through the soil, probably. That's why I'm tempted to do the rocket launcher, because it looks at least feasible that a human being could actually carry it. A heavy bolter, just, oh my god, how is anyone carrying this thing? I'm going to have to do some conversion work to sort of, make these look a little bit more compatible with human beings' limitations. What else we got? So here's a second sprue for the man-pack team by the looks of it. We've got faces, helmets that have no faces, pointy fingers, binoculars, spades, canteens, knives, more bundles of stuff. I'm tempted actually to use these bundles of stuff as stowage on my Leman Russ, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. A bloke holding a mortar shell, a bloke by the looks of it whose arms are meant to be on the business end of the heavy bolter firing it, or the autocannon or las cannon or whatever your preference is. So that's cool, nice selection there. Here we go, the meat and potatoes of the starter box set, which is the Imperial Guard squad, or Astra Militarum squad, or Cadian Shock Assault Troop squad thing. Here we go. So what have we got? Las guns, chainswords, grenade launchers, flamers, whatever that hand is meant to be doing, I have no idea. Cheers camera for blurring just at that moment, you dullard. More bits of kit and stuff like that you can stick on your dudes, which is cool. I always like the option to sort of give my guys, all as much gear as they can, make them look fairly, legit. Vox caster, which is cool. I really like this. Having like a little radio kit on my guys looks awesome. And then the fuel tank there for the flamer, and I probably will do the flamer because I kind of like the idea of like a World War II style unit. There's that one bloke with a flamer who ends up getting hit in the fuel tank and blowing himself up and all his buddies. What else have we got? We've got the Leman Russ, as I like to call it, which is awesome. We've got the different turret types, flavors. We got ourselves some of those things. Some exhaust pipes. My brain just was no, not having that word today. What have we got here? Heavy bolters, heavy flamers, multi-melters, plasma cannons, las cannons, and the like. I'm assuming that's twin linked as well by the looks of it. Lovely. There's the hull there of it, and what's on the other side? the crew, or the commander at least, and a flashlight. Ooh, that flashlight, that's why I bought the box. What else we got? We got the second half of the squad here, so copy and paste. And then here is what looks to be a nightmare waiting to happen. Look at all these individual tank tread sections, oh my god. But yeah, to be fair, I mean, it doesn't look too difficult. There is an instruction booklet. Yes, there is. So, it's, just follow the instructions and don't try and be clever. So you go, there's the sides of the Leman Russ. Oh, excuse me, I had a late night and an early start this morning, so I'm a little bit tired. But yeah, there we go. So that's sort of the rest of it. What else have we got in the box? We got a large base for the squad, the support squad, the heavy support squad, the heavy squad. For God's sake. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. As I say, GW, don't you screw me out of my extra base for my commissar. What have we got here? Acadian heavy weapon team. See, look at that. That looks mildly feasible to carry. That, alright, okay. But that bloody thing, look at it. Look at it. Who's carrying that? How are these two blokes carrying that and all their gear? And before anyone goes, oh, well, these are pre-prepared positions these guys are in. No. These things have tripods. They can be carried around by the guys. How? How are they doing this thing? Tell me now. Because someone needs to be on. I mean, I can see Catachan warriors, maybe, because those guys are roided up. But, like, these ordinary Acadians look like ordinary people. Like, seriously. Hang on, what's on here? See, look at that thing. Twice the length of those two. But anyway, so that's the instructions for making them. Very exciting. Not really overly detailed or anything like that, but it is an instruction booklet. It's not the Bible. Acadian shock troops. They look pretty simple as well. Head choices, leg choices, body choices. Beautiful. And then here we go, the really, really cool thing, which is the Leman Russ instructions for the battle cannon, the exterminator cannon, the vanquisher battle cannon, or the eradicator nova cannon, which kind of doesn't really, I mean, eradicator nova, vanquisher eradicator nova. That sounds really boss, and that's what I'd expect for something like that to be on the end of the tank. A little bit disappointed. That's not really that intimidating, but it's not what you have, it's what you do with it that counts. So all the safety stuff first, which is don't glue your eyes shut, don't stick your dog to your face, don't try removing your own pancreas or stuff, all that business. Bits and pieces here, how to make your tank. Oh my god. What else have we got here? We've got loads. Jesus Christ, look at all this. You've got the stuff for the sponsoons. You've got the hull. You can do your engine, either like a hot rod or like lopsided. Like you can, the Forrest Gump of engines. Why would you have two exhaust pipes on the side like that? Put them like that. They look cool. Or there are 4 exhausts, I think. Oh wait, or are they in halves? I don't know. If there were 4, I could do 2 on both sides. Super engine. Here we go. Here's how to make all the turrets. Just clip both bits together. Terrifyingly difficult to do. Here's how to have a bloke popping out of the tank going, well, hello, what's going on? And then here is your finished thing. Do not super glue down the turret so it can swivel around. And there you go. Oh, well, look, and there's the rules on the back. That's really useful considering that 8th is next week. So there you go. And what one? Who's this? Officio Prefectus Commissar, Perfectus Prefectus. And there you go. Look, hat, head, body, legs, bit of stuff, arm, coat, pistol. Bob's your uncle. Sally's your aunt. What else have we got? Oh, these are the things that I really, really like. Yes, look at this. So that one's white and is on basically a white background. So ignore that one for the time being. But this one, beautiful. Look at that big thing already that I've noticed and I'm really excited about. I've got warning stripes, and I may cut this in half, so I've got 2 halves. Oh, warning stripes. I haven't got to try painting them anymore, which is a nightmare, because I'm like that. Meant to look like that, ends up looking like that, so not good. But there you go, guys, that is it. Look, we've got transfers, which is lovely, and there you go. That is the Cadian starter box set. Very exciting. We've all had a lovely time. So there you go, guys, that is it. It was there's a nice amount of stuff in there. It's like, you know, it's not crazy amounts of stuff. I just reaching across my table to grab hold of my the stuff that I slung across the room, thinking it didn't go that far, and then realizing, oh, it has. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good starter box set, guys. I mean, there's nothing really special, overly special with it. Like, I mean, don't mean that in like a negative kind of way. I just mean it in literally, you've seen what you got. You get a squad, you get a heavy support squad, you get a commissar, and you get a tank. It's a nice box set. It's good for anyone wanting to start off an army or perhaps add to a pre-existing army. Apart from that, though, guys, there's not really much more I can say about it. I mean, I'm looking forward to cracking on with it at some point today and building some stuff up, and I shall show you said videos of finished results when I get the chance. But until then, there you go, guys. Take it easy, have a good one, and I shall catch you next time on the Scrumpy Kiwi. Bye bye.